Welcome back, Grumbles, to Paranormasight.
Mermaid's Curse. We left off with her looking around town. We're off
Is that her
to
name, Sato?
yeah, Sato. Yeah, we're off to go around and find the assassin.
Yes, with the mirror.
With the mirror. I thought that's such a cool mechanic.
Clever.
So I was thinking about it last time we played. We should go at the scene of the crime. What?
Which one?
So I would be the bay, right?
Alright.
We should check the bay first.
With the grandmother.
Or the southern coast. Let's try the bay, yeah. Because isn't that where she dies?
Was it the bay or was it the southern coast?
Well, let's go to the bay first. I guess we'll just go around.
Alright.
See what we got going on.
But people have been dying all over the place. What was her voice again?
You were kind of doing like a shy voice.
This area seems pretty empty. Time to take a look around while I have the chance.
Alright, pull the mirror out. Put the...
Okay, let's take a look around. Maybe I can find that shadow with the mirror.
Let's look around. Let's go around. Let's see what we got going on. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here.
Just a bunch of rocks.
Man, wasn't this not the area? Did I forget the wrong area?
We might have gotten the wrong area.
What is that?
That's like Mars or something.
Damn it! Wait!
Wait. Oh my god!
It's right there!
Ah! What the? There! It's there! I saw it!
Where is it? Who is it?
As I thought, I can't see anything directly, but it was right there, right by those rocks. Which means that the assassin should be nearby.
Okay. Who's that?
Oh my god!
Who's that?
Huh? Who's that?
Who is that?
Who is that? Damn it, they took off. Wait!
He's not a good runner.
Alright. Damn it, I lost them. Well, someone as out of shape as me never had a chance to catch up. I don't even really know if they went this way. This is hopeless. Damn, I'm completely out of breath. I didn't think this far ahead. What did I think I was gonna do if I actually found someone? Anyway, running around in the dark isn't gonna get me anywhere. But I did see that shadow again, along with someone suspicious nearby. Taking off like that the second I saw them was just about the most obviously suspicious thing they could have done. That pretty much confirms there is an assassin using a curse to attack people on the island, just like the phone caller threatened.
I couldn't see who that was. It was pretty blurry.
It was far away enough to be so generic in appearance.
It looked like a female, though.
Really, it looked sort of like a dude to me.
Maybe I'm wrong. Okay.
But even if that's the case, is there anything I can do to stop it? I mean, I'm not exactly built to fight. Pretty sure I'd lose just about anyone. I can't do this alone. I have to find someone to help me.
So this is around the same time where shit's gonna be hitting the fan, right?
Yeah, where everybody starts, all the women on the island seem to start dying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even Yuza.
Yeah.
Alright.
And he's not a woman that we know of. But who can I even ask at a time like this? Wait, hang on. Wasn't Suya supposed to be meeting Yuza and Azami down by the bay?
Isn't that where we went?
Right? Oh, please no. I gotta get back and warn her now.
Oh, dear God. We're catching up to our previous thing.
I can't breathe. So out of shape.
Some people are just not built for it.
I hear. Barely.
Oh, yep.
No. No, 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 no. No. See you. Wake up. I was too late. Was I too late? No, this isn't happening! Wait, what about Yuza and Azami? Weren't they supposed to meet her here? There are footprints. Maybe they ran to get help already?
It's too late, girl.
Tsuyu! No, this is the same wound as mine. It's hopeless. She would have died in an instant. There's nothing anyone could do.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so sorry. I'll come back though. I'll make sure you're properly laid to rest.
Man, Sato's such a fascinating character.
I like her.
Especially because she's immortal.
After that,
Oh, wait, I'll read this. Sato returned to the island's city center, which had turned into a living nightmare. Countless others had already fallen victim to the curse. Bloodied bodies lay scattered across the ground. People fled in a panic, screaming and confused. Some turned on others, shouting wild accusations. Others broke down, wailing in helplessness hysteria. Many clung to lifeless loved ones, crying in despair. In the midst of the chaos, not a single person paid Sato any mind. Sato Shiranami wandered through the devastation. Shiranami. She wandered through the devastation, overcome with guilt. If she had only done more, maybe this tragedy could have been prevented. Oh my goodness.
I had just listened. If I had just done what that damn phone caller had told me, none of this would have happened.
We don't even get the decision to do this.
This is all my fault. It's all because I dared to hope. Hope I could keep on living. This is all wrong. I was never supposed to be here. It's all wrong. This body, my life, maybe it's better if it just ends. I'll surrender to the assassin right now. If that stops any more people from getting hurt.
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh. There's a pool of fresh blood. Someone must have collapsed here too. My goodness. Oh, Jesus fucking shit.
Jump scare.
Hi. Ah! Oh, wait, this is you.
Mr. Wakamura, where did you...
Sato! Where is Tsukasa? Tell me where Tsukasa Awa is right now.
Huh? Tsukasa? Why Tsukasa?
Can't believe I missed it. I figured Unakadono had a couple secret kids stashed somewhere. But Tsukasa Awa, she was one all along. You lot have been keeping it secret from the start.
What are you talking about?
Did Tsukasa turn on us?
Wonder.
That goddamn assassin's gotta be working for Unakadono. Unkakadono. So it has to be her. Where is she? Okay, I think he's just putting an accusation in.
Yeah.
Gotta get my hands on her and put an end to this mess. Stop wasting time and talk. Probably at the bay?
Probably at the bay.
Okay. Lead him there.
I think she's down by the southern bay.
We know she's at the ruins.
Right.
So we can go there first. The bay? Got it.
That was close. I've got to find Tsukasa before he does and warn her. If she really is hiding, I bet she'll be up at the Kantekisho
Kantekisho ruins.
Kantekisho ruins. No time to waste.
Okay, let's head there. I can't pronounce things either, actually.
Someone's here.
Oh, this is what... She's probably gonna run into Yuza dead.
Alright. What the hell?
Yep. Sato? Sato, Yuza just...
Both of you need to get out of here. It's dangerous here. Hurry.
But what about Yuza?
There's no time. Just go. So Tsukasa is one of the children?
That's what Wakamura's thinking.
Yeah. And she's our friend.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. We did that first try. Okay. Oh man, there's so much there. Wait, what is this? What's this?
Something we haven't
We also got this.
oh my God. Met all the requirements for it.
What? I don't know what this is because we're obviously missing something there.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we need to go and do this at some point. Should we continue this? The tragedy of Kamishima?
I'm wondering, should we? Or should we go to the dude? Because that would be going in the past a bit.
That is. Man, that would be such a cliffhanger, though.
That would be such a cliffhanger.
We can get back to the tragedy afterward.
We can. I'll leave this up to you.
I get to be Arnav again, though. Kind of like Arnav. Okay. Arnav, a cheerful fantasy author, sets off on a trip to visit the mermaid legends of Issei Bay with his relative, Circe Lunar Light, as his guide. We gotta get here at some point. Might as well catch them up a bit.
Might as well.
Because we're at the apex of a tragedy.
There we are.
Ah! After much hustle and bustle, we finally managed to make our way to Issei Bay.
Nice.
Nice. Take it all in now. We're standing on the coast of Nakabempo in Mie
Nakabempo.
Prefecture's Kawage Town.
Which means this is the Sea of Issei, the connection to the eternal world. How amazing.
Indeed it is. Come, Circe. Henceforth begins our grand adventure in search of the legendary mermaids of Issei Bay.
How amazing. I just can't stop saying it.
Without further ado, my name is Arnav Barnum, an American-born fantasy author. Please call me Avi.
Who's he? Barnum and Bailey Barnum? Or...
Who's he talking to? Is that
probably Cersei? I don't know. Are you introducing yourself to? Who are you introducing yourself to? Weirdo.
Ah, well, I simply thought a new beginning called for a little dramatic flair, you know.
Sure.
With that out of the way, perhaps my darling guide can provide some insight into the goings-on in this locale.
Sure, I've got you covered.
Tell me all about it. Talk about this place.
Kawage Town might be located right next to Mie Prefecture's modern capital, Tsu City, but there's something you have to keep in mind. This was also the birthplace of the Heike branch, a branch of the Heian period's preeminent clan.
Awesome.
If you're going to talk about the Issei province, then you absolutely have to mention the Heike.
I do have a passing understanding of the topic. The Heike took part in the Genpei War, correct? Or the Ginpei?
That's right. That was the war in the Heian period where two great samurai families, the Minamoto and the Taira, locked horns and really got into it. Among the Heike, Taira no Kiyomori was a particularly famous figure who appears in many creative works concerning the event. His father, Taira no Tadamori, was just one responsible for securing the Heike's high social standing.
So, Tadamori was Kiyomori's father, right? With names like that, how can anyone hope to keep them straight? Agreed.
That's history for you. I'm afraid you just have to memorize them.
I suppose you're right about that. Then memorize them I shall.
Apparently, Tadamori was born in Sioux City in a place called Ubushina.
Ah, so that's why they call this area the birthplace of the Heike. Alright, we got some history. Any more to talk about? Talk about this place some more.
This is the metropolitan center of Mie and a locus of
Yeah.
historical events. I guess that makes it the perfect place to start a new journey.
Yeah, I'm sure we're done with that one. Talk about the Heike.
I've put together an assortment of files concerning the Heike, so feel free to give them a look if you're interested.
Okay. You have my heartfelt gratitude. We'll look at it later.
Oh, there's one thing I should warn you about, though.
Oh?
This group sometimes gets referred to as Issei Taira as well, which might make things a little confusing. I'll go ahead and label it all as Heike.
Does it really matter? Aren't they basically the same thing?
Not exactly. You see, the term Issei Taira refers to the Taira clan as a whole because it originated in Issei. On the other hand, people generally refer to the family within the clan that included Tadamori and Kiyomori simply as Heike. Their family features prominently in stories we're interested in, so I'll use Heike most of the time.
Oh, sorry. I'll let you...
Plus, it has a nice ring to it.
Either way works for me, so do as you like. When you're not doing what I do.
The Tale of Heike also used Heike.
This is just all Heike. All Heike.
Heike.
You're awfully particular about this, but I'd rather like the kind of fastidiousness.
Fastidiousness.
Fastidiousness. I can talk today.
You sound out English better than Japanese, apparently. Anyway, after a number of events, the Heike would go on to lose the Battle of Dan no Ura and be completely eradicated.
Ah, I believe I know this one. Dan no Ura is found in Kyushu, is it not?
Bingo. The clan was chased out of Kyoto and pushed further and further west until they were eventually wiped out there.
It pains me to think of such a resplendently glorious clan meeting such an ignominious end. More's the pity. More's the pity. Pity me and my pronunciation.
We're both fucking up tonight. No worries. That's why the Heike's resentment is particularly strong, and many remnants of it remain even today. Shrines and monuments have even been erected throughout the land in an attempt to quell the resentment.
Ah, and now we reach your particular field of expertise.
Because the clan fell from such an exalted position so abruptly, that resentment is exceptionally persistent and quite pervasive. That said, famous places related to people like Taira no Kiyomori are well attended by worshippers, so they're relatively stable. It's the puffed up and pretentious Heike clan members that no one even remembers who caused the most trouble.
I seem to recall a number of individuals going so far as to claim that those outside of the Heike clan could not even be considered human. But if that's the case, are we really safe here? You don't think we might find ourselves assailed by these lingering grudges?
Much of Ise province is protected by shrines, and the area is suffused with spiritual energy, so we're probably safer here than most places. But that's just the land itself. Objects or people that the resentment has seeped into are a different story altogether.
That's somewhat troubling to hear. We gotta think about people and our objects. More about the Heike.
Well, either way you look at it, this region is still home to many places and things associated with the Heike.
Are we all done? Is that it?
Nice.
Let's look
Maybe
around.
we should think.
Yeah, usually thinking gets us somewhere, so let's just think. We've come all this way to a distant foreign land seeking mermaids. Of course, I have my own reasons for trying to locate the mythical creatures. But for now, I intend to scour this land in order to learn as much as I can about its lore and legends. Ah! But it occurs to me that I have never actually explained the particulars of my Ise Bay mermaid excursion to the girl. No matter. It's nothing of consequence, really, so I'll just introduce my reasons a bit at a time. Just a bit. No need right now. We don't really know his reasoning. Any more to think about? Of course, I have my own reasons for trying to locate the mythical creature. But for now, I intend to scour the lands in order to learn as much as I can about its lore and legends. Okay. I think we're getting nowhere. Let's see.
While this area is now called Nakabepo, long ago it was a region of Ise province known as Betsuo.
There's so many terms here.
Records indicate that 3 mermaids were caught in a fisherman's net along this coast back in the Heian period.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Let's hear more about those mermaids.
They had human heads with the mouths of monkeys and the teeth and bodies of fish, and they spoke and even shed tears like humans. Could these be the fish mermaids you mentioned before, Abby?
Indubitably. Yes, this must be the place. I'm getting goosebumps.
Right? I feel the same way. This is so exciting.
She looks so excited.
Right?
Anything else I can do? Let's do this.
The endless expanse of the Ise Sea. The eternal world may lie just beyond this horizon. After all, Ise's province is the land where they repair the waves from eternal world. Without the
The eternal world is purported to be a perpetual paradise. That's a lot of P's. A separate plane from the worlds we live in, yes? I meant the world, not the worlds. Could it be that mermaids hail from such a place? Okay, I really don't have anything a lot more to cover here. Unless I can talk to her. Okay. Oh, the Betsuho. The Betsuho?
Betsuho.
Can we get back to those mermaids you mentioned? What became of the 3 that were caught in the fishing nets?
At the time, the lord of this area was Taira no Tadamori. You didn't already forget him, did you?
No!
Well, the fisherman thought the mermaids were a fascinating find, so he placed 2 of them into boxes and presented them to Tadamori.
They were just like...
just
flopping around.
Oh,
Lord Tadamori must have been well pleased by that. How could he not be? If it was known that eating the flesh of the mermaid grants eternal life.
Actually, Tadamori evidently said they were disturbing and gross and refused to accept them.
Gah! What a waste!
However, the fisherman cut up the remaining mermaid and ate it himself.
So, what happened to him?
Well, the fisherman
is dead.
said it was pretty tasty.
Well now, tasty is it?
And that's all I've got.
That's it? Disgusting! Look at that face.
That's all I could find in existing records.
Then the act of eating a mermaid's flesh alone may not produce any results. I suppose there may be other requisite conditions, wouldn't you say?
Well, considering the sheer number of eyewitness reports concerning the mermaids, it is odd that there aren't more immortals walking around.
We got more on this? Come on.
There don't seem to be many records about what happened to the mermaids that Tadamori refused to accept.
They just threw it back in the ocean.
I suppose it's possible someone in the Heike clan snuck off with them.
Now that's a hypothesis I can get behind. Excellent! I believe I've gotten a grasp of the situation at hand. It's time we made our way to the next locale. We're on the clock after all.
Let's get to it.
Where are we off to? Let's move. Let's get out of here. Let's go to Ano Town. Maybe we'll meet some locales. So we're not on the island. We're actually on the mainland.
Nice.
Well, it would seem that we have arrived. And where are we now, Cersei? Please do go on.
This is an area in Ano Town known as Kusawa. Kusawa is quite famous because of the Yao Bikuni legend. I'd be surprised if there was anyone who hasn't heard of it.
I'm sorry to say I've never heard of it.
Wait, really?
Come now, don't act so shocked. You can't expect me to know every little thing, and besides, I'm not even from this country. The very reason I requested you to be my guide was so you could teach me about the things like this, or things like these, or this.
I guess that's true. Okay, I understand.
I'll be counting on your explanations. So go on, talk!
The legend of Yao Bikuni originated here in Kusawa, Ano Town. Long, long ago, a 17-year-old girl named Osato
Sato?
lived in this village.
Sato?
Yep. She unknowingly ingested the meat of a mermaid that was served during a village gathering and became immortal. After subsequently being persecuted by other villagers, she became a nun and made a pilgrimage around the entire country. At the end of the story, she eventually returned to this village and lived out the rest of her very long life.
Tales told in other parts of the country play out in almost exactly the same fashion.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
We got an update on that one. Any more to that story?
The legend of Yao Bikuni, the girl who ate the flesh of a mermaid and lived for 800 years, has been passed down all over Japan.
She's 800 years old.
That's crazy. Not only here in Mie Prefecture's Ano Town, but Fukui, Aichi, and Gifu prefectures as well.
I don't know if we actually said anything at the beginning of this, but we are going to butcher. We have been butchering.
Yeah.
And probably are going to continue to say butcher.
We're going
all
to
these
continue
names.
butchering these names.
So, apologies in advance of that.
Intel, especially since tonight, it seemed to be a little extra stuttery.
Me too. No worries.
In total, the story has been found in 121 locations in 28 prefectures throughout the country. Or at least, that's what certain research has indicated.
That is a lot. Doesn't that seem like a lot? I just said that. Were there really that many different Yao Bikunis out there? Like that face. Huh?
Obviously, not all of the legends can be true. But I actually have a theory on the subject. Would you like to hear it?
By all means.
Most of the legends refer to a woman who stopped aging and lived for 800 years after consuming the meat of a mermaid. At that point, because others would find it strange that she wasn't getting any older, she wasn't able to live in normal society anymore.
I suppose that would be natural. It would explain why she withdrew from the world and became a nun.
Exactly. And that's how she got the name Yao Bikuni, the 800-year-old Bikuni nun.
We can just call her the 800-year-old nun.
With 800 years on her hands, she could easily made a pilgrimage around the entire country.
How interesting. Buddhist priests are known for trekking throughout the land as a form of aesthetic training.
And if we consider the 121 locations where the legend was found, with 800 years to spare, she could have spent 6 years in each location.
That's a lot of math,
right?
Cersei.
6 years would certainly be enough time for her to make a name for herself in each and every location, right?
Oh, my dear, I believe I see what you're getting at. Your theory posits that the stories of Yao Bikuni that have been passed down in every corner of the country all refer to the exact same individual.
Well, it might be a bit much to say that all of them are the same. There may have been a few different people. But it's more convincing than the theory that there were 121 people. I also think that the Yao Bikuni of Wakasa province is the most likely origin of the legend.
I wonder. Don't all different instances of the story throughout Japan also claim that particular location as her place of final rest?
That may be true, but I assume that each of those different places wanted to have a grave or some other tangible marker to base the legend on. But would so many people that are purported to have lived for 800 years all die around the same time? It seems pretty unlikely.
Then you believe some of the tales were embellished somewhat?
That sort of thing happens all the time. Legends are always mixtures of truth and fantasy. Moreover, it doesn't make sense that every single immortal would decide to become a nun. There were likely some places that simply believed Yao Bikuni was the term for an immortal.
Rather than a nun, for all we know, she said, "I'ma be a nun of that," and became an Amma diver. Ba-dumps!
That's actually pretty insightful. Many legends are based on simple semantics misunderstandings.
Now wait just a minute. I won't stand here and let my dumb joke actually become a salient point of discussion!
Let's drop it then.
But still, if one were to somehow live for 800 years, a person that became immortal after the Kamakura period could still be alive today.
True. And if so, I'd love to sit them down for a long chat.
A nice, long chat. Didn't mean to mock you.
How dare you, crazed? I'm gonna haunt you in your sleep.
Can Kurosawa legend of the Yao Bikini really be true? There must be a falsehood in fictions. Wait, there must be falsehoods and fictions mixed into that tale, surely.
Who knows? Ise province isn't that far from Wakasa province, after all. She may have simply walked here from there. The fact that the stories from each different area are so similar does make me wonder if they didn't get mixed together somehow.
Ah, you think the legend may be an amalgamation of stories from various locations?
Exactly, but then again... The immortal in the story from this location has her own name, which gives the legend a certain verisimilitude.
Indeed it does. Nice word drop.
I guess we can assume that a girl with that name really did live here long ago. Then something must have happened to make people believe she had become immortal. It's reasonable to assume her story then got mixed up with various legends of Yao Bikuni from around the country before being passed down.
Of course! The exact timing of these events is still unclear, but that does present an interesting possibility. She could still very well be living in this village. Wouldn't that be a compelling development?
We'll leave it to an occult writer to think something up like that.
That's right! You're seeing the prodigious imaginative power of a fantasy author in action!
Hell yeah. Yes, it's really something.
Don't you mock me, Cersei. You're my cousin. Or are we related? I forget what the term was.
I didn't think we were related. But the fact of the matter is that almost no traces of Yao Bikuni remains in this village. Even her grave, which is referred to as Lady Yao's tomb, has never been located.
But then, did we come all this way for nothing? Who's to say? Another topic.
Well, it might not have a direct connection, but there's something one should always consider when discussing Ise. The Tales of Ise is highlighted in blue, note that. Have you heard of it? It's the oldest extant collection of Japanese verse compiled sometime during the Heian period.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with it. But I have heard the tale of Genji and the tale of Heiki. Is it anything like those?
Well, those were also stories written during the Heian period, but that's where the similarities end. Nice try, though.
Rumph. Well, they sound similar enough anyway.
Don't worry, I'm not an expert on the subject either. Basically, this collection of verse elaborates on a number of waka poems by giving accounts of the events surrounding each one. Words. The entire collection of 125 passages is referred to as the Tales of Issei. That's easy enough to remember, no?
No. The Tales of Issei is a collection of short stories. Check.
One more thing. The title might be The Tales of Issei, but the content isn't all that focused on the actual area.
What's this now? Are they intentionally attempting to confuse and bewilder us?
Some believe the title comes from the fact that Passage 69
Nice.
is set in Issei province.
Also nice.
At any rate, I just thought I should bring it up because it does have at least a slight bearing on the topic at hand. If you're keen to learn more, I'll add more detailed information to the files.
Why, thank you. I'll be sure to read through them later.
There you
Maybe. We'll see.
He's a writer, so he will.
Not me, though.
There's one other thing we can learn from the Tales of Issei. Adding the tale of to a book title really classes things up. You should keep that in mind.
I'll add it in my book.
It was apparently all the rage during the Heian period.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. My next work is certainly going to be the tale of. Well then, I suppose that brings this particular subject to a close. On the next! No rest for the wicked, I say. Time to tackle the next mermaid myth.
Sure.
Let's move! We move to Futamagura. We should have done this before we did all of the Sato stuff.
We should have.
But, hindsight 2020.
Alright.
Is this where they found the body in the water?
And here we...
That's me.
Sorry.
And here we find our next subject of inquiry. What place might this be, my dear?
This is Futamigara, the coastline that lies beside Futami town. It's just over from Issei City.
Ah, then we're finally penetrated the outskirts of Issei City proper. Things are certainly beginning to heat up. I inferred that Issei City was the prefectural capital from the fact that Mie Prefecture was once known as Issei Province. Not bad, eh?
Well, I can understand how you would arrive at that conclusion, but the truth is, Mie Prefecture is composed of 4 separate provinces. Issei, Shima, Iga, and Ki.
Ah, is that so?
But that doesn't change the fact that Issei City is regarded as the spiritual capital of Japan, making it a very important location.
Very interesting. But the sun has already begun its steady descent, so perhaps we should pick up the pace a bit? Let's pick it up! Pick it up! Isn't this is like the same area?
Yeah, but we gotta make it to the lighthouse, don't we?
I think that's what we're playing as. Wait, what is that? Is that in the distance? Is that
Look around. Study.
I'm not seeing. There's something over there. Yeah.
That's not it. Look up the hill.
Oh.
Nope.
I guess there's nothing. Whatever.
There's no deal with God here.
Talk about the Futamagura mermaids. Let's talk about mermaids. So, does this place have any legends featuring mermaids? Just asking for a friend.
Not for your novel? Okay, it does. A record called the Kagenki was written by people at Horyuji Temple after the Kamakura period. In that record, there are a total of 6 instances of information concerning mermaids.
6, eh? That's certainly promising.
One of those entries describes a sighting here in Futami, Issei Province on April 3rd during the 2nd year of the Enbun era, which would be 1357.
So they even noted the exact date. How fortuitous.
The passage as it follows: from the Sea of Futami in Issei Province came Enmeiju, delivering perpetuity.
So, what exactly does that mean?
My guess is that a mermaid was spotted in the sea by Futami, and it was named Enmeiju. meaning health and long life, because it granted longevity.
Aha! It granted longevity, did it? Finally, we're getting to the good stuff.
Yes, it's another account relating to mermaids to Yao Bikuni. It seems the idea of mermaids granting immortality had already been established at that time.
Indeed. And now we even have a name. We're on the case. Keep talking. So, what sort of mermaid was this and what became of it?
No clue.
Again with the vague records. These people write down the appearance of some fantastical creature and then just let it wander off?
I haven't personally gone over every bit of research on the matter, but I could speculate on the answer. Records of mermaids in other places also often refer to them by name. In fact, it may not have been all that uncommon for the people of the area to encounter them when these records were written.
Ah, let me see if I follow your meaning. The same mermaid would appear repeatedly, leading people in the area to grow accustomed to it. Am I on the right track?
Exactly. I mean, you wouldn't bother giving a name to something you only saw once after all. These people may have even come to have a kind of rapport with the mermaids. At the very least, it doesn't appear as though they were trying to capture any.
Mermaids that people didn't want to capture? Then they weren't seeking its flesh. Perhaps there was a way of obtaining immortality without the meat?
Maybe mermaid meat really was just tasty and nothing more. And if that were the case, then it makes perfect sense that they would view the mermaid as a divine creature.
So they treated it as an auspicious being that blessed others with long life. You may be onto something there. We're on the right track. Let's keep talking about it.
This makes me think of that theory you mentioned about how there might be two different kinds of mermaids.
Oh, you remembered. I stand by my theory. There's the fish mermaid, which looks more like an aquatic monster or a beastie. And the human mermaid, which resembles a demi-human or nymph.
Indeed, that's the simplest way to describe it anyhow. Assuming the mermaid in question had a name, formed relationships with humans, and granted longevity, it stands to reason it was one of the human mermaid variety.
You have a point. The mermaids we've encountered thus far have all been caught up in nets, and they appear to be more fish mermaids.
It seems more likely than that the mermaid who grant longevity are actually these human mermaids.
Interesting. That in turn would suggest... My word! Would this mean that one could become immortal without eating their flesh?
I'm not sure. There are countless legends that reference the need to consume their flesh. But I can't help but feel like there's more to it.
Peculiar and peculiar. We're still talking.
If human mermaids are capable of communicating with us, I'd really like to speak to one.
Agreed! Is that it? Okay, let's talk about something. Ah, speaking of which. This is entirely unrelated, but there's something I've been wondering. Do you mind?
What? But our conversation was just getting good.
Protest all you like, but I shall ask anyway. On our way here, I noticed a certain something adorning the entrances to everyone's houses. What was that?
Oh, right. Those are Somin Shourai talismans.
Shoumin Shorai?
Yes, although most of Japan, they're usually only hung up around New Year, but here in Ise Tobashima region, they're traditionally left up all year long.
Interesting.
I could add more detailed information to the files for you later.
Thank you, doll.
Ah.
What is it? I won't call you doll again. What? What is it? Now you're making me antsy. You gotta keep going? Come now, Cersei, you realize something about those Somin Shorai, didn't you? You must share.
No, nothing like that. It just made me think about how close this area is to the eternal world.
Is it? What does that mean?
I suppose you haven't looked at the files yet, but regarding the Somen Shaurai, its origin goes back to the legend about the deity Gozu Tenno, who was courting the princess of Ryugu.
Ryugu, you say?
That's right, Ryugu is close to this place. In other words, that places it very close to the eternal world. Yes, and furthermore, Gozu Tenno was also the guardian deity of the Gion Shoja temple. The very same Gion Shoja who gets mentioned in our good old friend, The Tale of Heike.
So it is. What was it again? When the bells of the Gion Shoja echoes out the impermanence of all things, right? It sounds so cool that I even memorized it. Haven't got a clue what it means, though.
Yes, that's the one. As far as meaning, you can look it up yourself.
Reading. Fine. Fine.
You're a writer. You should love reading.
So what we're saying is, Ise Shima is a land with deep ties to both Ryugu and the Heike. And that is exactly why the Somen Shorai tradition is so well established here.
That reminds me.
Well, you gonna finish your thought?
There's something about Ryugu's princess that keeps bothering me as well.
She certainly is mysterious.
That reminds me about Futamigura.
It's already night, holy shit. Dear me, how time flies when listening to your lectures, Cersei. The sun has already gone down.
I suppose I get carried away. Sorry.
Well, if that results in such a lovely view of the sea at night, I'll not complain.
You're right. Just look at all the stars.
It's all beautiful, starry sky. But look, the heavens are entirely enveloped in a shower of dazzling pinpricks of light. What a sight to behold. Would you happen to be versed in the constellations, Cersei?
Well, I've dabbled in a bit of astrology, so I guess I know a thing or two.
Can I just point out that one's glowing?
Are they all glowing?
No, that one in particular was glowing.
Maybe that was a planet.
That one's also not glowing. Okay. Excellent. Do tell. Okay. Oh wait, we just did this. Okay. Do we need to talk to you now?
Oh, really?
I'm gonna look again. Yeah, this one. Look at that. It's glowing.
And then there was like an orangey
right
one, and then there was a red one. I think those are planets.
Okay. That's not what they look like in this kind of view in real life.
You can totally see Mars as the red star in the night sky if you look. I don't know how prominent it is in the city, but you can see it in the countryside where there's less light pollution.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to tell on our end. Okay.
Well, if we consider the constellations you can see in Japan during summer, the first one that comes to mind is the Summer Triangle. It's an easy one to find.
Triangle, eh? And I presume it's made up of 3 stars?
Correct. Vega in the constellation Lyra, Deneb in the constellation Cygnus, and Altair in the constellation Aquila. This trio of bright stars can be observed close to the Milky Way in the season.
What? I want to see. How do we go about identifying them? I think it was those glowing ones.
Well, first, low in the southwestern portion of the sky, look for a star that glows red, Antares of the Scorpio constellation. Alright, so it's not.
Southwest, you say, from here? That would mean facing inland and looking to the right.
Okay, try to find a red star low in the sky and point to it.
Oh, I can do that right now, because I think we saw it. It's this one. Wait, I do believe I found it. The star just there with the reddish tint. That must be Antares, yes?
Correct. That is indeed Antares, the brightest star in the Scorpio constellation.
Aha! Found it all by myself. Why, I do make the I make quite the celestial cartographer, if I do say so myself.
I hate to rain on your parade, but you were just supposed to be looking for a star in the summer triangle, so please try again.
Hey, Gads! That's right.
Why not try looking straight up from Antares?
Oh, that's you.
I bet you'll find the Vega at the sky's zenith. Give it a shot.
Okay, so you just look straight up, right?
It's pink.
Tell with this?
Yeah.
There, that must be it.
Bingo. That's Vega, one of the 3 stars in the summer triangle. In Japan, Vega is also called Orihime Star, and is famous for the connection to the Tanabata Star Festival.
Then that must mean Hikoboshi will be on the opposite side of the Milky Way from that one.
Exactly right. You can figure out which one. Can you figure out which one it is? One of the other stars in the summer triangle is in the same area, so see if you can find it.
Okay, well, you got this. It has to be that one, right?
No.
No?
I'm thinking it's the one down below the orangey one.
Oh,
It's a triangle, honey.
Oh, you're right. Okay,
Right.
so that one?
That's what I'm thinking.
That one?
That one does stand out, but I'm afraid that's Arcturus. Sorry, I led you wrong. From the Bootes constellation. But you're looking in the wrong direction. She said right, didn't she?
Gah! How utterly mortifying. I'm so embarrassed.
Aw, are you that upset?
No! I'm gonna do it again!
I led you astray. Maybe
This
it
is
was
the look
other
at this
one.
is the triangle.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
All right, it's this one. Let me see. If my eyes is as discerning as I believe it to be, that's the one.
Oh, nice find. That's the Neb, one of the 3 stars in the summer triangle. The Neb lies within the Milky Way, which earns it the nickname Milky Way Star.
Ah, it does indeed appear to be swimming nicely along the starry stream.
Don't you want a candy bar now? There's still another star in the summer triangle, so try to find it.
Well, I got this one, this one, and this one, I believe. Eureka! I've spotted it.
Oh, that's Altair, one of the 3 stars in the summer triangle. Part of the Aquila constellation, Altair is known in Japan as Hikoboshi for its role in the Tanabata Star Festival.
Oh, that means I've managed to spot both Orihime and Hikoboshi. It's as if I've drawn the 2 star-crossed lovers together with my own hand. How overjoyed they must be.
Yeah, nice work. I didn't expect you to be such a romantic.
There, I've located all 3 stars of the summer triangle. How do you like them apples?
Good work. Now you've mastered the summer skies. Should I start dressing you as professor?
That's me. Feel free to rely on my knowledge.
Alright then, tell me, what is another name for the star Hikoboshi?
Have we been paying attention? And you've been reading it too.
Is it Deneb? It might have been Altair. I'm afraid that's the wrong answer. Maybe I should have given you more time to study.
I've ruined! Surprise tests are my only weakness. Regardless, we've seen all there is to see here in Futamagura. I'd even go as far as to call this a wrap. I think that covers all the mermaid legends from me at Prefecture. But this is where anything... But if there's anywhere else you're keen to visit, Cersei...
What? We haven't even visited Issei Shrine yet. If you ask me, we've barely scratched the surface.
Ah, you've got a point there, but it's getting late, so let's save that for tomorrow, shall we?
Alright.
And that's our lore and legends. The next day. We're just going straight to it. Okay, never mind. Thought for some reason it'd be
Did you think this was over?
No! But we're still here. I wonder do you want to keep going or should we stop?
I'll leave that up to you.
I want to keep going.
Okay.
And then we'll wrap it up. Yeah, look at that view.
So beautiful.
Wow. Talk about a gorgeous view.
It is something, isn't it? This is Mount Osama's observation platform. It overlooks Toba City on the side of the Issei City on the other side.
So that's Toba City over there, eh? What's Toba got going for it?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind when thinking about Toba is
Pathetic.
Toba Castle, built in the Sengoku period by none other than the pirate Daimyo Lord Kuki, who at one time led the Kuki naval fleet.
Oh? That's more exciting than I anticipated.
As for the Tobashima era, it's famous for having the highest population of Ama divers in Japan.
Aha! I knew there'd be something touristy. What a fantastic blend of culture and history. We'll look into that later. What else? Cersei? Talk about the Kuki Navy.
First off, you should know that the naval troops in Sengoku period were basically just pirates.
I'm fine with that. Pirates, eh?
Yes, they would put together crews of rowdy sailors, arm them to the teeth, and have them patrol a designated area of the sea. They only actually served under their commander as a naval force when they were in battle.
So that's what the Navy was like back then, huh? A ragtag bunch of pirates only called on to do their duty in times of need.
Exactly. In fact, such forces only came to be called navies during the Edo period, and that was purely a matter of convenience. As for the Kuki Navy, it was only the pirate bands patrolling the waters of Ise Bay. A man named Kuki Yoshitaka was its commander, hence the name. He distinguished himself in the service of Oda Nobunaga and Toyotomi Hideyoshi, eventually rising to the position of daimyo of Shima province. That's why they called him the pirate daimyo. He started as a lowly pirate, but rose all the way to the top of the chain of command.
Did you say Oda Nobunaga? I've heard of, yes. He was the demon king of the sixth heaven, no?
True, but that's the title he gave himself.
Still, a pirate and a daimyo. What an enchanting combination.
That may be, but he wasn't blessed where allies were concerned. It seemed he was always butting heads with his relatives.
Oh?
For one thing, he may have had his nephew Sumitaka assassinated in order to take over the Kuki clan. He also fought on the opposite side of his own son, Moritaka, in the decisive battle of Sekigahara. And in the end, spurred on by his vassals, he committed suicide on Toshijima, that island over there. So while Kuki became daimyo of Shima province, his land was confiscated during his son's rule, and the clan fell into decline.
Life truly is full of ups and downs. How the mighty do fall. He must have been quite a character. Man, there's so much lore here.
Right? That reminds me, there's another fascinating legend related to the Kuki clan.
Oh? Do tell.
It's about Kuki Yoshitaka's nephew, Sumitaka. He had an extraordinarily beautiful daughter named Princess Hatsune.
Miku? I dare say I know where this is going. Hatsune Miku. Wherever a legend starts with a beautiful daughter, it inevitably ends with trouble. Miku.
You're not wrong there. Princess Hatsune was so beautiful, she saw no end of suitors, and her father sought to marry her off to achieve his political ends. But the princess already had a lover, so she fought against her father's plans and even ran away several times, only to be brought back home.
I got the face of like, how does this pertain to mermaids?
Right.
I knew it! Alas! That's what a life was like for the daughters of a powerful figures in those days.
Well, Princess Hatsune lamented her fate. Must I be cursed with such misfortune merely for my beauty? And she didn't stop there. May no beautiful daughter be born to this land again. Such was the curse she left behind, before throwing herself down a well. And so ends the legend.
Not what I'd call a happy ending. The princess may have had good intentions, but I'm sure no one else felt she was doing them any favors.
Good intentions? That isn't how I interpreted it.
Well, what's your take on the story then?
When authority figures try to force other people's hands, they bring these things upon themselves. It's just asking to get cursed.
Fair enough. I see your point.
Still, the princess did take it a bit far. To me, though, it almost feels like that part was tacked on later. As if someone thought it would make the story more impactful, and that word of it would travel further if the princess killed herself at the end.
Oh, if you're right, that would change the story completely.
But there is something else that interests me more. Sumitaka became head of the Kuki clan in 1560, but he was so young that Yoshitaka had to be appointed as his guardian. His exact age at the time isn't known, but the common belief is that he was about 8 years old.
Nothing unusual there. Premature inheritances were a common occurrence in those days.
But consider this. When Sumitaka died 24 years later, in 1584, he would have been 32 years old.
Yes?
Even if we suppose that Princess Hatsune was 15, their ages don't quite add up, do they?
Age differences weren't so much of a point of contention back then, but even so, that is a bit odd.
Which begs the question, did Princess Hatsune really exist to begin with?
And even if she did, was she really Sumitaka's daughter? Daughter? Daughter!
An agate Magatama was unearthed in the place where the princess was supposedly buried. But that could easily have been planted there to lend credibility to the tale.
Well, once you start doubting, it's hard not to see lies everywhere.
True. And the pursuit of the unknown starts with belief, doesn't it?
Well said.
A certain occult research taught me that one.
Was it me?
No.
You don't say. Are we done with that story? No!
Nope, there's more about the cookie! Oh, I just realized something. Kuki Sumitaka died or was assassinated exactly 400 years ago.
Is that significant?
Yeah, it is. A special spiritual significance is attached to periods of 400 years. For instance, the cycle of death and rebirth supposedly lasts 400 years, and some stories claim that a soul endures for 400 years.
Jeez.
Of course, 800-year immortals have twice that lifespan, but as you can see, 400 years is widely considered a good cutoff point.
800-year immortals have twice that lifespan?
Yeah. So 400 plus 400 is 800? That's two separate lifespans for longevity. Which means they
so you're not immortal.
No, but they're so long-lived they're considered immortal.
Okay.
I think they've established that at this point already.
I see. So there's a chance something happens after 400 years?
Maybe. In any case, we should probably tread carefully here.
It sounds to me if we're in the right place at the right time. Or it sounds like we are at the right place at the right time. Damn it! Let's talk about Ama divers.
Ama divers have a long history in the Tobashima region. Evidence indicates that free divers have been fishing in the area since ancient times.
You don't say.
Most notably, it is said that Oven, who once presented an abalone to Yamatohime no Mikoto, was the very first Ama diver. In fact, there is a shrine dedicated to Oven in Kuzaki that is considered a sacred place to Ama divers of the Tomashiba region.
Is that so? She must have been truly legendary.
Moreover, there are several poems in the famous 8th century poetry anthology Manyoshu that depict the ama diving in Shima province. Ama divers also appear in dozens of ukiyo-e from the Edo period. Clearly, they were a popular theme.
It's quite incredible to think that their methods of fishing has not only endured for so long, but has been recorded in such exquisite detail.
There is another point worth noting. Ama divers have long been likened to mermaids for their skill and grace. You could even argue that the ama diver culture that is so deeply rooted in this place is interwoven into the region's mermaid legends.
Ah, yes. There is a theory that the mermaids of the Ise Bay were simply ama divers. I think we've already learned that, possibly.
It does seem likely there's a connection between the two. I wouldn't be surprised if they were the originators of the legend.
Perhaps, but I'd be beyond disappointed if that's all there is to it.
Oh, right.
Any more to the rumors?
By the way, there's another legend surrounding the ama divers of the Tobashima region regarding something called the Tomokazuki.
The Tomokazuki? Tell me.
It is believed that an ama diver may encounter a copy of herself underwater, who will then offer her an abalone.
Abalone.
If she accepts, the Tomokazuki doppelganger will drag her to the bottom of the sea, never to be seen again.
In the sea. We've seen that at the beginning of the game. Ah! Cersei! Please don't spring scary stories on me out of nowhere! I can't take it!
That's why the ama divers of this area wear the Seimin and Doman symbols while they are diving.
Close enough!
It's a tradition that has continued right up to the present day. There must be some reason for it beyond pure superstition.
Interesting. Tell me more!
Tell me more, tell me more. On another note, the ama diver of the Tobashima region possessed such exceptional diving skills that in addition to fishing, they also saved people from drowning and fetched objects that had sunk to the seafloor, right up until the Meiji era.
Well, well. It sounds as if they were true diving professionals.
Exactly. In fact, after the Heike were defeated at Dan no Ora and were lost beneath the waves.
Oh? We're back to the Heike already? I wasn't aware there was a connection.
Well, after that fateful battle, who do you think they sent to reclaim the legendary sword Kusanagi no Tsurugi from the seafloor? 2 ama divers.
Aha! So their lost and found services were being employed even back then, eh?
And while they were diving, they came face to face with the vengeful spirits of the drowned Heike.
Ugh! Cersei, please! You're giving me nightmares!
At least that's what's depicted in the ukiyo-e entitled, "In the Western Sea, the diving women encounter the Heike in the depths of the water."
Such a deep connection! To think the Heike were even once depicted with ama divers. They truly are a symbol of the Ise Shime region.
Yes, but the setting for that ukiyo-e is Den no Ura, which isn't anywhere near here. Still, it does go to show that ama divers have held a deep connection to the sea for a very long time.
What do we got? Got still more on this.
And when we're talking about the Tobashima region, ama divers are always going to be key players.
True. If you ask me, they should be brought up before the pirates.
Mind you, the Navy had a crucial role to play too.
Just getting started. Okay. Anything else? Just making sure, let's think. From what I hear, lots of inns in Toba are run by ama divers and fishermen. Can't wait to dig into some of the seafood tonight. Okay, I guess
I had seafood tonight.
Yes, you did.
Over there, you can see the city of Toba spread out along the coast. By the way, they tend to call this the Ise Shima region. but most of the time the term includes Toba as well. Something to keep in mind.
So when I hear Ise-shima, I should also think Toba, eh? Good to know. That's a lot more information I needed. Cityscape, surroundings, is there anything else I can talk to you about? Nothing. I'll keep thinking. Okay, that's the same thing. I guess we'll just observe our surroundings.
Apparently, Mount Asama's peak sits at 555 meters above sea level, so it's not that high. But as it's situated at the tip of the Shima Peninsula, it offers a magnificent view of Toba's Bay coastline and the outlying islands. Did you hear that, Pop?
I did hear the
I
pop.
hope it got caught on the microphone. That was my elbow.
Since we stopped by the shrine this morning, I assumed we'd take the mountain path. All I can say is, this place takes my breath away. Total breath away. Surroundings is already covered. Cityscapes covered. Surroundings covered. What else can I do? I can't talk to you. I can't move. Think. Same thing. Okay, I think we've done everything. What the fuck are we...
There's something we have to be missing.
Everything's checked off.
Is that the farthest you can go to the left?
Yeah, left and right. I can look up, maybe, but I don't know what that's gonna do me any good!
And you can't think anyway, yeah?
I can think, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Seafood tonight, you know?
Huh.
Usually the check marks means we're just gonna get the same conversation. What the fuck? I don't know. And she's... Okay, here, I guess... This young lady is a distant relative of mine. The third daughter of the Lunarlight family. The Lunarlights have been in the business of demonic exorcism in England for several generations now. As such, young Cersei has received education on this rare subject from a young age and is now an apprentice exorcist. In order to continue her training, or more likely, simply because of her interest in the area, Cersei has come to Japan to study abroad. Upon hearing such news, I sought to employ her as my guide for this mermaid hunting expedition to Ise Bay. She's apparently quite fond of Japanese myths and folk tales and has already explored a number of areas concerned with the occult. Interested in visiting Mie Prefecture at least once during her stay, she immediately agreed to my request. Okay. Okay, now we're making progress. Right. Well, as fascinating as all this has been, Cersei, I'd say it's high time we return to our primary topic of interest here.
Oh, and what would that be?
Not mermaids!
Personally, now that we've visited Ise Shrine, I'm more or less satisfied.
Tut tut. Cersei, you disappoint me. We didn't come here purely to chase legends, did we?
And here I was hoping we could move on to buying souvenirs next.
We'll get to that. You know perfectly well that the true purpose of my voyage is nothing more than, or less than, a treasure hunt.
Right.
Of course. I'm sure all this information we've gathered will come in handy as well. First things first. Let's head back to the inn. From there, we can plan our next move. I like that he's like looking at us like, huh,
Right.
this way. Okay, we finished that one up. That was quite long. Looks like we have an inn stay. Arriving at Kamishima. We still have this we've yet to uncover.
Yeah.
I really want to get back to the tragedy of Kamishima. But that we did a lot of lore, a lot of names thrown out, a lot of legends. We'll continue this in the next episode of Paranormasight. If you guys are enjoying this episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And we will see you guys for the next one. Until then, I'm Crazed.
And I'm Witchley. Grumble on.